Now, Libya's Army Chief of Staff has resigned following violence in Benghazi over the weekend that killed 31 and left many more injured. The government-backed Libya Shield Brigade clashed with protesters who were calling for it and other armed militias to be disbanded. Arise News' Will Took reports.
Thousands crammed into Martyrs Square in Tripoli to protest the continued presence of militia. After nearly 2 years since Gaddafi's downfall, autonomous armed brigades still roam the towns and cities in Libya. The calls are growing for a centralised army and police force to replace them. Many believe the militias are standing in the way of Libya's recovery.
We want a safe, non-armed Tripoli. Okay? Safe for everybody, safe for the Tripolitanians who live in Tripoli, safe for the foreign companies to work here and start development. We have a lot of armed groups, not inside the streets here, but on the outskirts of Tripoli. So we want all these armed people to get out of Tripoli.
The protest passed peacefully, but 600 miles to the south, in Benghazi, it was a different story. Protesters rallied outside the Libya Shield Brigade headquarters. Stones were thrown at the militiamen, who then fired into the crowds with rifles and rocket-propelled grenades. A militia spokesman told Libyan TV they were forced to defend themselves. 31 were killed and scores more wounded. The local hospital struggled to cope with the influx of casualties. The following day, Major General Youssef al-Mangush resigned. The Army Chief of Staff, he had put militias on the government payroll, relying on them to maintain security in place of police. The government has promised an investigation into the deaths, but did not make direct criticism of the Libya Shield Brigade, prompting fears it's avoiding the issue of dealing with militias. Will Took, Arise News.